I went ahead and left the GAMESMOOC slide right here. I thought I'd go ahead and introduce it since it's the title of the talk, right? Well, how many of you know what a massive online open course is? Anyone been in one? Tell me if you know what it is. And secondly, have you ever participated in one? Okay, you took it for free, or you took 3 of them? Great. Wonderful, friends. It's so great to see you. It's been a long time. I love seeing all your familiar faces. This is great. Well, the GAMESMOOC is part of 3 courses, and we're in the 2nd course. We're about to start it, and I have a link for you so that you'll be able to join us if you like, and lurkers are welcome. So any of you who are too busy to play or not interested but curious, want to know what's going on and where this kind of technology is going, can certainly join us. Now I'm going to pull up a couple links. That's why you're hearing typing in the background, because I put them in the slides, but that's not very interesting when you're all standing right here. So let's see. All right. I'm actually going to give the long link. What's that? Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is the long one. There's actually a bit. Here, I'll type out the short one. It goes too fast for me to grab it. bit.ly/GAMESMOOC will do it too. So if you ever forget it, we have a shortened version there. And I'm not the person who's created it. This was created by Kay Novak and Abacus Capellini. If you've been to the Virtual World's Best Practices in Education, they are the masterminds of the GAMESMOOC. And I'm just one of their consiglieri who's kind of lurking because I've been busier well, I've been busy. Anyway, let's see. Let me pull up another link for you. Actually, to the side. Let's see. Here we go. And this is where you can do the lurking, by the way. But you want to get an account. So you want to go to that first site and sign up for the 2nd game. And then that's the site where you can see the notes from the 1st game and the experiences for the 6 weeks. Now, the beauty of it is they run a lot of social media and social content. Let me go to the next slide, and I'll show you some of the stuff they're doing. These courses last 6 weeks. And no, if you forget to do the homework or you get busy, no terrible thing is going to happen. However, it is a social game, so there's a sense of social pressure, to participate, right? And then some of the activities they're going to do for this 2nd session includes transforming your current class, whatever that is, into a multiplayer class. How would you do that? And you don't necessarily have to do it, but you have the opportunity to get guidance for it. I don't think you lose points, Melinda. No, in fact, what was terrible is the first one was on game-based learning, which is what I'm talking about today, and I'm afraid I missed all of the activities. I had good reasons. I did 3 weeks of symposia. I gave 4 different keynote addresses. I was in different cities. I moved my family across country. I know, excuses, right? But but yes. Now, how many of you know what the flipped classroom is? Thank you, Frankie. Okay, the flipped classroom. What are we flipping, Coco? I always have to look it up, and I do this all the time. That's what's so funny. I just don't call it flipped classroom, see? Yeah, this notion of you go home to listen to the lectures, right? And then you do the homework in class. What a great thing, right? Now, I like that approach because I've found that students, especially if we're doing 3D modeling in a virtual world or holodecks or simulations, they really need tutoring. They need mentoring. They need guidance. They don't need lecture because, well, let me pull out some facts. Now, I cannot remember the source of this, so I don't include it in my links at the end. I have many pages of links, by the way. But there was a source that ran a study, and this was around 2000, with 18 and 19-year-olds. And they were measuring how much these students remembered 24 hours later. And if the lecturer does all the talking, even if the subject is fascinating and they love it, how much do you think they remember 24 hours later? You guys tell me. What % do they remember 24 hours later? Just call out a number. Ooh, you're a little high, Coco. Isn't that awful? If 10% is too high, you got to go lower. Anyone, give me a number. Yes, Frankie, 5%. 5%. I know you guys are thinking, why do you even bother talking, Lyr? If we're only going to remember 5% tomorrow. What a grim thought, right? The value of our time. If I get you guys to talk and to type words in this chat, even if you say the wrong thing, and especially if you say the wrong thing, I get real excited when you guys say wrong things. How much will you remember 24 hours later? How much? Just call out a number. And remember, I get excited even if you're wrong. Ooh, Siberia, you're right. That's it exactly, 50%. So if I get you guys to type, even if you say the wrong thing, you'll remember 50% tomorrow. Isn't that great? Now, if we do a practice by doing activity where we actually create something, we apply the concepts and we use it, how much will you remember? Yes, participatory. The number goes up. That's the good news. Not that high. See, I wish. Franz, you're very close, but a little high. Because remember, memory is a flawed thing, right? So it's very hard to get to perfection. That's right, Kamira. It's 75%. That's right. So our goal is to up the number. I don't know about you guys, but I hate testing. I don't like to give tests, and students don't like to take them. So my goal is to get learning retention high enough that 2 years from now, if that student's walking by my room, now as a graduate, hopefully, they can teach the class and they remember the content. That's my goal. Right? Now, I know you guys are teaching languages, so you're thinking, of course, that's my goal. You know, what use is a language if people cannot use it, right? And use it well. Absolutely. I agree with you there, Nahiram. So, anyway, so you'll notice we have the flipped classroom where we're supporting learning, mobile games and field trips into massive multiplayer online role-playing games. The good news is there's no cost to the participants. So they use games that have a free download and a free use time, and they also have a grant for this. So they are conducting research while we participate. That's something that's very exciting. Now, it's building on connectivism, and I know there's some controversy on whether connectivism is the right way to go, but I love the social network and the knowledge construction, because remember, I'm all about pedagogy, right? So we want to keep that in mind. This is only the second of 3 of these. The third one's going to be on immersive virtual environments, or immersive environments. They may or may not be virtual, right? Now, how many of you saw that patent that Microsoft put out? It's been in the news the last week about the holodeck of the future in your living room. Did you guys see that? The patent application? It's pretty exciting. It integrates the Connect for gesture-based recognition, right? So you're gesturing. It displays the content on your walls and in your room, like holographics. Yes. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's connectivism. Thank you. Well, it's exciting, and I have a link for it. I don't know if I included it in today's things, but you want to think about it because it has implications for our future, for where technology is going, where our mobile is going, where our living rooms are going, and what will this do to our classrooms and to our students who are participating in them. Okay? All right. Well, here's another word art, and here I'm talking about what? What are these words examples of? Anyone? When do I think that'll happen? Well, I'm thinking the next 3 to 5 years, Coco. The reason is some of that technology is already available. All they're doing is integrating it and getting their name on it fast. You love Minecraft. I do too, Jessie. So what are these words? What category is this? Virtual environments for education. That's right. They are virtual environments. What else are they? Let's drill it down, because virtual environments is a high level of abstraction. What's another instance of them for a category? Okay, many of them are massive multiplayer online. They may be role-playing games. Maybe all of them are on this list. Yeah, Evoke is the one that. Do you remember who talked about Evoke? Let's see. She did a TED Talk. She wrote the book Reality is Broken. if that helps. If you guys aren't gamers, you don't know what I'm talking about. The good news is we have links to all this. I'm talking about Jane McGonigal. Yes, there you go. That's right, Franz. And remember, Franz, the meaning is in people and how they use the words, so calling her Godel is just fine, because I knew exactly who you meant. Well, here's that slide again, in a little easier to read format. See, now we're going to have a little more empathy and likability with PowerPoint, aren't we? Because it's a little easier to digest, although I love the stimulus of the word art. Now, I did give you a link in my content for the tools that I'm using for this presentation, as well as the sites that I derived this content from. Now, I defined FPS, which was used in an earlier slide. It's first-person shooter. There's real-time strategy games. I love strategy games. Things like, like StarCraft and Warcraft, but also Age of Empires, Red Alert. What are some others? Empire Earth, too. There are many. Sid Meier's Civilization is an example of a strategy game. The beauty of those is you're controlling perhaps forces in history, if you will. You may be doing a reenactment. You may be just using the same characters, but totally different than the context. Role-playing games, stepping into character. RuneScape, what a great one. And a lot of free examples, too. And free is compelling, isn't it? Okay, we have board and card games, too. And I don't want them to feel left out. There's a place for all types of games, even in the online classroom. Absolutely. Okay. Then there's play styles. Many of these are assuming we're going to be sociable, because let's face it, if you're in a massive multiplayer, you know, the odds are very good that you're going to be socializing with someone somewhere. It's very hard to play those successfully as an individual all of the time, because some of the quests or activities require a group, right? It's very hard. I try to. I'm the kind of person who runs 3 accounts in WoW and runs 3 computers and goes and does dungeons by herself. But I also have the title The Insane for a good reason, right? Okay, we have cooperative play and competitive play. For those of you who do not feel that competitive play has a place in the classroom, please let me know. Do you like competition in the classroom when it comes to games? Yes or no? Yes, Skyrim's great. I have all of those. Oh, yes, I have multiples, and yes, I do them all at the same time. Yes, I sit in the corner with them wrapped around my body. Okay, so far you guys are good on competition. Usually I get folks who tell me that competition is not healthy. Okay? Yeah, you're right, Melinda. Competition in quite a few communities is frowned upon. And please realize, it's very important to recognize culture and to support it. Everyone's culture, whether it's our learners, whether it's ours, whether it's our community as far as our educational community, etc., right? Well, I like competition in one sense, but I think I twist it a little bit. Years ago, I did some gamification. Do you guys know what gamification is? And I'm looking at the time. I'm going to whiz along a little bit. Do you know what? And I'll spell it just in case it's hard to hear me, right? What is gamification? That's a little different than World of Warcraft, isn't it? Remember when we said that the GAMESMOOC for this time, GAMESMOOC 2, is going to show you how to take your class and transform it into a massive online game. Yes, thank you, Sabir.